Good morning, everyone. This is the complete walkthrough for the Bigfoot 9-hole cup played in the Master Division qualifying round. Please note that based on the club level and your ball of choosing, some shots would vary. I recommend a practice token on every hole to get a feel of the approach so you can make your own tweaks. I try to keep the walkthrough free to play, but however, holes 1 and 6 are very good send it opportunities, so you will be only seeing premium ball options on those specific holes. All the details will be available in the raw notes file, which I will post in about 2 to 3 hours time once I reach the office. Also, I will not be doing any weekend round videos as I will be on a long weekend vacation. And before continuing with the video, make sure that you have hit the thumbs up button and have subscribed to my channel. Now let's begin with hole number 1 coming up next. For hole number 1, we are going to start off with the NMT position. Epoch level 7 and 8 will be playing with a Thor's ball, and Epoch 6 can also play with a Thor's ball, but Epoch 5 will need to play with an Owl ball or Season 49 ball. From NMT position, we will be adjusting max plus 10% P5, and depending upon the wind strength, we'll be pushing up specific amount of rings. Here, in case of 16.2 miles per hour for Epoch 7, I am pushing up about 13.2 rings, which is to almost max. Then max toss spin with 2 toss spin boost for Epoch 7, 8 and 6 as well, with half a bar of right side spin. Then we apply inner wall right curl with max OP, trying to hit perfect. Here with a perfect ball. See, we will come in very nicely. The camera angle is sweet, so we know it's either on the green or on the fringe. For a very easy albatross to start off with our qualifying round. So this is with a perfect drive. The next replay is with a great right, just to show you that it will work with a great right as well. Now here we have a comparatively higher wind, 17.5 miles per hour. Same approach, we start with the NMT position, max plus 10% P5. And depending upon wind strength, like I said, during my main shot, we'll be pushing a specific amount of rings. Then Epoch 5 will be playing with an Owl ball or the Season 49 ball. Epoch 6 Plus can play with a Thor's ball. Max toss spin with 2 toss spin boost. Epoch 6 Plus and half bar right side spin. Epoch 5 will be using 3 toss spin boost on your Season 49 or Owl ball. Now here I will be hitting a double great right. See, I hit a double great right, but I was still able to make it to the green. Our aim should obviously be to hit perfect, but just to show you that single or double great right might be okay if you're lucky. So this is hole number 1, a must albatross in the qualifying round. For hole number 2, we are going to play with our Apocalypse and Cataclysm on the approach. You can play with a sniper, but for sniper, I highly recommend using a power 4 ball. The reason why I say that, because if you end up short on the drive, then power 3 ball will not cut it with the sniper. And I also have a sample shot to demonstrate that. For the drive, we are going to apply 7 toss spin and 1 bar of right side spin from top of plus 5 yard mark, keeping the blue ring touching the rough on right. And then we will make an adjustment on the drive, which is going to be max plus 10% P3, and then we'll be applying triangle right curl. We apply OP as per the rings we pull into, trying to hit perfect. Now you see we got dead bounces, so it's a shorter roll, and if you have sniper on a shorter roll, it will not be the best thing. So it's always better to have the Cataclysm in the back. Now the approach shot, like I said, Cataclysm level 7 or 8 is preferred. If you want to play with a sniper, consider P4 ball, very important. We will be applying spins to have the ball cut line at least 2 to 3 green squares short of the pin. Then we will be making an adjustment, 20% elevation at landing position plus yardage slider. So for plus 7, Cataclysm is 90% slider and 20% elevation. However, I forgot to change the elevation on my app and I kept it 10, and as a result, we'll be missing this one on the right. We do center the ball, we do hit perfect. But as the elevation was wrong, I will miss this one by like 1-2 green squares on the right. So correct elevation and a good opportunity for a drop on hole 2 par 5. The upcoming shot will be played with the sniper, and just to demonstrate what will happen if you end up on a short drive and you have sniper on the approach. Now you see we are already at the max line of sniper, which is like 2.5 green rings from the rough at bottom. Then I tried my best. I tried to pull back the rings, apply toss spin, still keeping it short because the green is somewhat glitchy. You don't want to come in too hot and bounce off the pin. And applying overpower on the approach shot is never the best way to go by on any hole. Again, same adjustment, landing position plus slider plus, landing position plus yardage plus 20% elevation. Now I pulled into OP, so those many rings will be applied to the shot. I do hit perfect, but like I said, we do not want to apply overpower on the approach shots. We will come in too hot and roll off the pin. So again, it's up to you. If you want to play sniper, consider P4 ball, or with the cat, the Kingslayer will be sufficient. Hole number 3. Here we are going to play with Apocalypse level 5+ along with the Kingslayer ball at top of +2, keeping half of the red ring inside the rough on left. Then we'll be adjusting max plus 10% P3. Now here I'll be using 3 left spin along with 5.8 bars of top spin. Our aim here is to clip the rough on second bounce and then roll out for a drive distance of 335 yards. Now with 3 left spin, it worked for me. Most of the times I was able to clip the rough comfortably, a little more than triangle left curl. But there might be some instances in which you do not clip the rough and roll longer for like 350 yards. So consider practice tokens and make tweaks in side spin as necessary. Do not add curl because we have tree on the right, and hitting the tree might also mean going out of bounds. The approach shot will be played with the sniper. Now here we are going to do a spin swap. I think this was played by somebody. I'm not able to recall who, but I did see this replay and it's money. So whoever played it, credit to that individual. 1.8 toss spin and 1 right spin to find the ball guideline going towards the pin. Once you have the spins set, then you will respin to 3 toss spin and 1 bar of right side spin. Now +1 will be 1:1 and +2 will be 1:1 plus 0.2. However, I played this one 1:1 and we'll be making it 180 or 360, I'm not sure, and rolling off the hole. If I adjusted 0.1 extra, we would have dropped this one dead center. See, we come in very nice. Camera angle is also very nice. But that 0.1 less makes us roll off the cup. So make the adjustment properly on the second shot, and a good opportunity for an albatross. Hole number 4, this he'll be playing with Apocalypse level 4+ along with the Luminary or the albatross ball at max stretch position, keeping the yellow ring touching the rough on left. Then we'll apply 8 toss spin and 2 bars of right side spin. No adjustment drive, inner wall right curl, max OP. We try to hit perfect. Now 12.3 is the ultimate wind that you can have with the Luminary ball. We take a very nice bounce, and depending upon the roll, you can be 525 yards or 505 yards. I have approach shot for both the drive yardages. This is 524 yards. Now if you roll longer, that is if you make around 525 yards, I recommend going for the rough bump using the Grizzly. We will be pushing up about 15 to 18 rings from min, and then we'll be applying full toss spin and 2 bars of right side spin. Now the flaw that I make here, I do not keep the ball guideline going to the hole, I keep it short. I thought that the tailwind might give us a little push, but it did not, and I ended up just on the edge of the cup. So I highly recommend keeping the ball guideline going to the pin. Then we'll make an adjustment. Rings from min plus 10% P4 numbers, very important. I do hit perfect, But as I kept my ball guideline short, we will end up just short here. See, just on the edge of the cup. So keep the ball guideline to the hole and a good opportunity via rough bump. Now, if you roll short around 504 yards, you will be still playing with the Grizzly. However, I recommend pushing up at least 14 rings from min, and then you will be applying spins to have the ball guideline short. So whenever you're bouncing over the rough, you will be keeping the ball guideline short. In case of rough bump, you will be keeping the ball guideline going through the hole. Sorry, not through the hole, to the hole. Then you adapt spins, keeping the ball guideline going one green square short of the pin, but in line. Again, same adjustment, rings from min plus 10% elevation P4 numbers. Here I adjusted P5 as I was practicing, but P5 was just a little shy of the cup, so P4 will definitely come in way center and drop this one for the Albatross. See, P5 was very close. So P4 numbers and a good opportunity on hole 4 for the Albatross. Hole number 5 for Epoch 7, you can play this one with the Kingslayer. Epochs 5 and 6 would need to consider some kind of premium ball or maybe play with a Luminary in order to make up for the less toss spin on the drivers. Full toss spin and 1.5 hours of right side spin. With spins added, we aim the ball guideline on the center of the fairway. Then we make an adjustment, max plus 10% P3, and we push our target to max. Max OP, we try to hit perfect. Here I hit a triple great right, which was not good, as triple great right will bring the trees on your face and we are trying to be away from the trees, not getting into them. So try to hit perfect. 433 yards. Now the second shot will be a little technical. First we'll be pushing up rings from min, and then we'll be applying side spin, right side spin, to have the ball guideline going 2 to 3 green squares right of the pin. So that will be our offset. See, just there. Then we'll be making an adjustment, 5% elevation at rings from min slider, P4 numbers. Now what I do wrong here, I hit a great left and we will miss this one on the left. Had I hit a perfect, it would have been highly likely in for the Albatross, because you see we'll be coming in not super close but close enough. So a perfect shot will definitely give you a very good look on hole number 5. For hole number 6, we'll be looking at 2 wind angles here. The red wind angle is a cross wind angle in which we do not need any tweaks. In case of the black wind angle, which is the tail wind angle, we'll be pulling back 0.8 rings. The reason why is that we want our second bounce also to be on the fairway and not in the rough. And if we don't make those tweaks, we might risk it, but you can always consider practice tokens to test out the wind angle by yourself. Also, this drive can end up anywhere in the rough or maybe on the fairway, maybe for a thorn shot, but it's a very good opportunity for sending it and having an easy Albatross, just like hole number 1. So I recommend going with a premium ball, and let's look at the shot now. So this is the drive. Here 16.1 miles per hour, looking for a wind somewhere between 16 to 17 miles an hour. If you do not get that, switch to a spirit ball, and then we will be adjusting on 1:1 basis for 7 and 8, and epochs 5 and 6 1:2 basis. On the right side of the bush, just there, full toss spin boost, half a bar of right side spin. Now here what I do, like I forget to check the wind angle, as you will see now, which makes me lose about 3 to 4 seconds, and I did not adequately pull my rings back, and it was a sloppy drive. But if you manage your time, you will be making a very good drive. I'm confident about it. Full left curl, full power hook. You will see I will also take my second bounce in the rough. First bounce is dead center on the fairway, that's fine. But second bounce is just in the rough. See, you see there? So we are planning to make that second bounce also on the fairway, which will give us a longer reach on the drive. Consider practice tokens and a good chance for the Albatross. For hole number 7, I'm just going to play this one for a safe eagle. Do not try to get cute and go for the Albatross. You can, but it's a free to play approach. Starting with the P3 ball at complete max, with the blue ring touching the rough on left at plus 16-yard mark. Then we switch to a Luminary ball. Epoch 5 and 6 will need to consider the Albatross ball due to lack of topspin. Full topspin, 2 bars of left spin. Adjustment on the drive is max plus 10% P3 as we started with the P3 ball. And regardless of how many rings you pull into OP, you will always be applying max OP. Little less than 2 balls of left curl. We try to hit perfect. Double great left. We'll be still safe. As you will see, he'll be bouncing way away from the rough, so we have quite margin for error, but we should always try to hit perfect. 378 yards. The approach shot will be played with your Cataclysm. Now here I'm, like I said, going for a safe play only for the eagle. Take the island hop and land your ball into the putting range or maybe on the fringe somewhere. Now if you try to get cute here, you will be ending up with a birdie on a par 5 on a only par 5 9-hole cup, which will look shabby. I mean, if you want to do that, you can obviously do that. Pull out your win 5 ball, par 5 win 5 ball, try to go for the Albatross. But be smart, at least in the qualifying round, go for the safe eagle. Adjustment on the second shot is max plus 20%. I apply half a ball of right curl because I was trying to get into the putting range and not onto the fringe or the fairway, which is also like easy to make the eagle, but if you get into such a close range putt shot, it's always better. So an easy eagle on a very difficult hole number 7. Hole number 8, this one we'll be starting off with the P2 ball at an empty position, then we'll be making change to either a Centurion or a Kingslayer ball. After we make the switch, we'll be applying 7 bars of top spin and 1 bar of left spin. Adjustment on the drive is max plus 15% P3. Notice how many rings you will pull into OP, and the same shall be applied to your shot. Applying some counter curls in form of inner wall right curl. Try to hit perfect. Great left is better than a great right. I have also hit perfect on the drives. Perfects are obviously safe, but great right just might bring you into the rough on right. So anything, choose a great left. Drive yard is somewhere around 375 yards. The approach shot will be played at landing position plus yardage slider and 25% elevation. We apply 2 top spin, 1 bar of left spin, keeping the ball guard line going through the hole just like that. Now what I do here is I pull a heavy 1201. You should be pulling straight or 1159. If anything, do not pull a 1201 because it will bring you short. You will see I will adjust everything properly. I will also hit perfect, but with that 1201 pull, the second bounce on the rough is affected and we end up short. See, we do hit perfect. But second bounce is a little too low and we are short of the pin. So straight pull or 1159 if anything, and a very good chance on hole 8 as well for the Albatross. Final hole, hole 9. This one is difficult to drop for the Albatross. However, this replay will show you the approach for B52. And I'll be dropping this one for the Albatross. 4 right spin and 5 bars of top spin, keeping the clear ring by the rough on right for Apocalypse level 7 at P3 max. Adjustment, max plus 10% on the drive. Very important to note the amount of curl I'm applying, because we do not want to clip the rough, and we also want to be close enough to the rough so that we don't come too far left on the approach shot. Now the screenshot for the curl will be in the raw notes file, like I said during the intro. All the details, important details for the specific holes will be there. We are looking for a drive yardage around 395 yards, 398 in this case. The approach shot shall be played with B52 level 6 plus. Now here we are going to use all the left spin we have on the Kingslayer and some top or back spin as needed, keeping the ball guard line going on the left side of the cup. See, just there. Then we will make an adjustment, maximum distance plus 30%, power 4 ball numbers, max plus 30 P4. Now the reason why I'm saying this one is a difficult drop, because you will be having trees in the way while you adjust, and you will be needing to apply curl based on your guess. So this one I guesstimated to be inner wall left curl. I did it perfect, and this will hit the pin for the Albatross. So if you get the curl correct, and which will also depend upon your drive, if you go too long you will have more tree on the face, so which will mean more curl. So a technical setup, but if you get all the parameters correct, a good chance for the drop.